Start now before it's too late. Water, food, security, shelter, communication, all of that you need. Start as soon as possible, because soon enough, it will be too late. Let me share with y'all something that I have been doing, and hopefully that gives you an idea of how important it is to prepare as soon as possible before it's too late. I'm mentioning here that water is one of the things that worries me the most. Currently, I only have 1,000-gallon reservoir that is on the ground, and that is where I put all my water. Is it enough? Never. Is it sufficient? Never. Is it manageable? For now. I'm planning to add another 1,000 gallons. So that is something that I'm planning to do this summer. That is water. For food, I think I have enough food put away for a few years. Now, I am comfortable when it comes to food. And I'm comfortable because I also have a garden that it will provide me food, fresh produce for the entire winter. And that's usually what we do here. We grow as much as possible during summer, and then we use that food during winter. When it comes to meat, I have currently one big freezer stacked all the way up with beef. All the way up. Now, during summertime, we hunt. We don't buy or raise chickens. What we do is we go out and hunt. We do go out and hunt as much as possible for birds and whatnot. That way it carries us through the entire winter. Now, this winter was a little bit different because this winter was so harsh that we couldn't hunt at all. But in the past, we usually go in wintertime and we try to hunt birds as well as small game. This winter was different. We have 2 solid months, not a single break, of 40 below. It was horrible. This winter has been one of the harshest winters ever since 1971. In fact, breaking records and everything. So, yeah, I am completely out of chicken, or wild chicken as you will. So when it comes to that, the moment that it opens season, I'll be there. Now, I mentioned to y'all in one of my videos that I thought that I was going to be okay with the 410 because I put away during winter time, because essentially I didn't do any hunting. I didn't use any. But after seeing the predicament that I am with no chicken whatsoever, no wild chicken in my freezer, I started realizing that maybe it's not such a good idea to become complacent on what I have. Maybe it's a better idea to continuously put away more ammunition. So I'm doing that right now. In fact, one of the things that I wanted to share with y'all is the ammunition that I'm focusing on, laser focus, because I think these are very common except for the 410. The 410 is the only I bought here, but fortunately enough, it is now available in my area. It may be a little bit higher than your area, but it is available. And I can find different brands, all over. Even this weird one. I never seen this one, but I got one just to try it out. But I can find different brands. And often enough, what I do, as long as it's either 7.5 or 8, I buy $1. I don't care which brand it is. I go with the cheapest. I hear folks saying, well, I really don't like that one because it dirties my barrel. Well, guess what? That's why I clean my barrels. I don't know what else to say. 410 in my area, the cheapest one that I can find is $17.99. After that, I go with at least one box of 22. This is the one that I use the most. Of course, you guys have seen the other ones. The other ones are just for my 1022 suppress. I'm not counting that one. That one is too expensive. This one, 50 rounds in my area, is $4.99. So every week, I try to get at least one. So now we have a box of 410 and a box of 22. The other thing is that I need to have a healthy stockpile of my 10 mil. My 10 millimeter is the one that I'm using right now. I use on me all the time. When I'm not out there in the wilderness or in the woods, in the bush, however you want to call it, I use on me the Glock 29. When I'm out there, I use a full size, the Glock 20. Both are 10 millimeter. So I buy to practice and whatnot this one. This is CCI 180 grain. In my area, it's $23.99. I find it all day long. It is the cheapest one. It shoots. That's all I can say. It shoots. A lot of folks always say, you got to get premium ammo and this and that. Well, as long as it shoots and it makes a hole, isn't that the purpose of it? You tell me down in the comment section below, what is the purpose of it? If not to shoot and make a hole. I don't know. Now, when it comes to my primary rifle, I just decided after careful consideration and, going back and forth and this and that and availability, I just gonna stick with the 308 for the season. I wanted to go with the 3006, but the uncertainty of whether or not I will be able to use it, I just decided to go with the 308. Essentially, what I get is this one. 308, as long as it's 150 grain and it's not full metal jacket or hollow point, but at least something that it is soft point or PSP, which is this one right here, I'm fine. I have taken animals with this. This is not expensive. In fact, I'm showing you all at the low end. I'm not getting any expensive ammo or anything like that. Everything here, quite frankly, when I do my search, is the lowest. Again, it's what hits consistently and what makes a hole. And for this in my area, is going now for $33.99. It went up from $31.99. So every week I get one box of 22, one box of 410, one box of 10 millimeter, and now one box of 308. $80.96. That covers me, at least for my security, not only to choose the security, but also my ability to procure food, which is extremely important. Because if you're not out there filling up your freezers, it will be really late when everybody go out and do it. Really late. It will be really late for you to go out when the masses realize that they need ammunition. You might as well just do it right now. So when it comes to medical, I will always recommend everybody to go look Jace Medical. We have it. We have used it. I encourage you to take a look at it. That's all I'm asking you. Just take a look at it. See whether or not it works for you. For some people they do, so some people they don't. Here's the bigger recommendation. And I know a lot of folks are gonna be like, oh, come on, Billy. Here in the US, we all have an obesity problem. I know we are all guilty. I tell you all, those Cheetos taste delicious. They're horrible for you, but they taste delicious. Those nachos with extra cheese, they taste delicious. Hot dogs, oh, but none of that is good for you. If you could, please get yourself a treadmill, a cheap one from Amazon, and try to walk at least 30 minutes a day. At least try. I guarantee you that in a month you will see the difference. In 2 months you will definitely see the difference. And it's not going to do you any harm. They have some that actually you can even fold and put underneath your bed. Take the time. It will be to your benefit. Communications, again, I recommend to hear the walkie-talkies that I have used. I've used it all the time. I show you all how I replace the batteries and everything. I show you all my system. When it comes to transportation, make sure your vehicle or whatever transportation is you have is in good working order. If you have a bicycle, make sure that it has good tires. Make sure that you have inner tubes. Make sure you have parts. Make sure that you have grease. That is something that a lot of people don't understand. You have to grease that chain. You have to take care of your things. Vehicle is the same thing. Make sure that you take it to the mechanic and they check it periodically. Make sure that you follow with the maintenance. Even if it costs you a little bit, buy yourself one of those scanners so you can plug in your computer. At least all cars from 96 and to today, you can plug in those scanners and it will tell you what codes if you have any issues. It will help you go to the mechanic and say, I want you to change this. Because in this case, Google will be your friend. That way mechanics will not take advantage of you. And the last two, start practicing skills. Skills weigh absolutely nothing. At the very least, buy yourself some books. Bring the books with you when you go camping and practice some of those skills. If you have never done a fire with a bow drill, try it. At least try. If you have never done a teepee as a shelter, try. It may not work at the beginning, but try. If you have never created a trap with local trees and whatnot, just whatever you have, not just the snares, just traps, try. All you're doing is trying. I'm not asking you to be successful. I'm only asking you to try. Because in skills, the only way that you learn is by getting your hands dirty. That is it. And the last one is mindset. Your mindset will dictate whether or not you thrive in an SHTF or not. That is it. If you have a positive mindset, I am going to make it, you will make it. If you have a mindset of defeat, you will not make it. So, water, food security, shelter, medical, communication, skills, transportation, and mindset should be something for you to consider before it is too late. Start today. Do not procrastinate. Do not leave for tomorrow what you can do today. And this will help you not only be a better prepper, but it will also help your family. With that being said, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I hope to see you in the next one.